On 1st February this year, we appointed Dr. Kurt Sales as our Chief Scientific Officer at Agilex Biolabs. We are sitting down with him today to know a bit more about him and his role at Agilex. So Kurt, tell us a bit about yourself and what motivated you to develop a career in biopharma.
Thank you, Janki. I've always been really interested in science from a very young age. My paternal grandmother died from head and neck cancer. My maternal grandmother developed neurocognitive disorders towards the latter end of life. These two instances really made me wonder why does this happen to us as a population as we get older. And so that was really the driver to study biomedical sciences. I studied neurophysiology, biochemistry, pharmacology, really with the goal in mind of trying to identify pathways, how cells work, what can we do to enable a cure for cancers or a corrective medicine for certain disorders.
Tell us, what led you to Agilex Biolabs?
Well, I've spent many years in the UK and South Africa across multiple novel research programs focused around inflammation, on oncology, reproductive health disorders. It was almost a natural progression for me to move over to Australia. Australia is a fantastic place to do first in human studies. Agilex has been around for 25 years. It really is a leader in terms of regulated bioanalysis in Australia and within the Asia Pacific region. And it was really the most logical next progression from preclinical to clinical to work within a company and help grow and shape it as a leader within this area. We work as a team within Agilex Biolabs. I have access to the brightest minds, I think. And so we really are working as a team of scientists to be able to have that united goal of enabling our clients to move their medicines to market that much faster.
How has your role at Agilex Biolabs evolved over these years?
So my role has always been a multifaceted one. I've always worn multiple hats, from business development through to operations, and more recently sort of feeding into the strategy of the business and growth of the business, identification of new service areas, service streams, therapeutic areas that we need to focus in based on new modalities coming through to the market. And so the role has evolved over time the same way that medicines do, and it really is because we're wanting to be at the cutting edge and we are there to deliver those solutions for our clients. And so we're constantly updating ourselves on the latest therapeutic avenues and the latest requirements from our sponsors, the latest sensitivity in assay. And so my role really has moved over the years to be able to position Agilex to be a global player.
Why is scientific engagement important, and how does that integrate with your role at Agilex Biolabs?
For me, science is the cornerstone of everything. We're a scientific company. We're involved with scientific sponsors. They are developing novel medicines. And so scientific engagement is really important because it's not only about attracting the best and brightest to work at Agilex, but it's also creating that training platform to enable those scientists to move up through the ranks from junior analyst right through to management level, and then also attending critical meetings such as the WRIB and the EBF every year, conferences, keystone lectures on bioanalysis, on the latest technologies coming through, the latest equipment, how we can apply these to regulated bioanalysis, the latest white papers, the most current advances within cell and gene therapy areas that we're currently busy expanding our service offerings into.
So Kurt, what is your number one goal as the Chief Scientific Officer?
Better therapeutic outcomes. Being able to expedite our clients' medicines through the drug development and clinical trials pipeline as fast as possible, to be able to preemptively have all of our services ready for those sponsors. And that requires a whole variety of activities, either behind the scene, but also in terms of our engagement with global sponsors.
So how do you see the current projects that you are focused on in, say, the large molecule, the vaccines, the cell and gene therapy space evolve to help ultimately the patients' lives?
The type of information that we're gathering, the type of techniques that we're employing are crucial to be able to deliver the data, the information in real time to our clients over the course of their programs. We not only do this as a fee-for-service for the sponsors that we are currently doing work for, but we also have a strategic R&D initiative with in-house that really is there to enable us to be at the forefront of technology, the forefront of the latest techniques, and to really be ready for that next medicine that's coming through the door.
Right. Heard you have mentioned during our chat today us being as a global leader. Where do you see the global leader status take Agilex, and what will the company achieve?
It really is all about our clients, and it really is all about those patients at the end of the day that our clients are trying to develop novel medicines for. And that feeds right back to my own personal ambitions right at the start of my career, where I wanted to identify these new medicines, or at least provide some information to move that along. And so for me, Agilex Biolabs has a role to play in being able to expedite, to move those medicines to market, to enable our sponsors to get those medicines through the pipeline, the clinical trials pipeline, that much faster by service delivery, by our research excellence, by just the type of company that we actually are and have positioned ourselves as being a global player within the Asia Pacific region and beyond, working on early and now later phase clinical trials as well, to really enable medicines to be licensed that much faster.